Hey everybody, Dr. Garrett here to give you a really cool little sequence to boost your balance via proprioception. Proprioception is pretty cool. It is your balance, your coordination. It's your brain's sense of what's going on in your body in space. When we wake up some of these small muscles, that's how we start to light up some of this proprioception. Start by coming into half dragonfly pose. Stick one of your legs out and take a strap to your big toe. Then push your big toe forward and pull your big toe back towards your shin. It's pretty simple. Pull your elbows back just a little bit and maintain a little resistance with your strap because you want most of this motion to occur through your big toe. The other toes are kind of along for the ride, and the strap is providing some resistance to create a little more strength there. You'll do about 4 reps, and you can exhale, press forward, inhale, press back if you like to add some breath. Try to hold that last one, pull your elbows back, hold for about 4 seconds, and then retract. This part's pretty cool. Stick your other leg out and then wiggle your toes. Pretty sure you'll feel a difference. Like one foot's going to feel a little more open than the other. Stick to the other side and we'll do the same thing. This exercise is really cool. It starts to work a little bit more with your arch in your foot. It starts to unlock a little bit of the stiffness that we can get if we spend a lot of time in shoes or if we spend a lot of time walking on a flat surface. So we restore some motion to the feet, and we get a nice bit of nervous system activation to help with our balance. And it'll become pretty evident when we stand in just a moment. Here is some of the muscles that we were working. So you can see the front and the back of the ankle there. And take a look at how they attach to the toes. Then here's the transverse arch that we're kind of working with. There's a lot of this motion through the big toe is going to help displace force when you plant your foot on the ground. And so the sensation's kind of like feeling like your foot spreads. The second exercise is for the intrinsic muscles of the hip. You'll take your foot forward, bring your knee into your chest, take a block in front of you, and then begin to lift your heel up and over your block. And you'll do that for about 4 times too. Keep your chest up and tall, and then make the block as small as possible in the beginning. This one's really hard, and it can start a little spazzing, so you can kind of tap out the side of your hip if it feels a little spazzy. Sometimes when we wake up these smaller muscles, they don't like to be woken up. So you got to give them a second to get the strength. And so consistency is ultimately how you develop this strength here. If it does hurt a lot, don't do it, obviously. So you'll do this on the other side, same thing, up and over, and you might be different. Pay attention. Keep your spine straight, by the way, and you're hugging your knees so that you can achieve that. Only your legs moving here. Now here's a look at some of the cool stuff that we were just working with at. Here's all the hip flexor group, all the ones of the thigh. And I guarantee you probably felt that on your thigh, especially your TFL, the tensor fascia lata. Then here's the small rotator muscles of the hip that was kind of controlling everything as you were moving side to side. And so we get this big boost, this big wake up to our brain, and we culminate it here in a tree pose. I like to start my tree in kickstand. I take my opposite hand to my hip, and that's how I use my position sense. I want to stack my hip over my ankle. Sometimes it can be a little more on the pinky edge of your toe, and the hand is there to provide some more feedback, to kind of unsass your tree if your hip's swaying out to the side. Once you're there, your foot, you might sway a little bit to the side when you lift your foot, so be wary of that. And then reach your arms up, do whatever kind of tree you like. Tree's a great pose. Switch to the other side, and here I kind of exaggerate. So see the hip sway? I push myself back in, I get my alignment, and there's a lifting sensation out of the hip that you're standing on. And see when I lifted my foot, I exaggerated the sway. So keep everything in line, and then go ahead and reach for the stars. This is a really good way to connect the feet and the hip and better your connection to the ground, better your ability to sense what your body's doing in space. And that's proprioception, that's balance. And here's a little wheel that shows all why it's good. So you get some better motor command, better performance, less injuries, and it's all about information to your brain. That's about it. Enjoy and have a good rest of your day.